Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jonathan Samuel Samora, a student of the University of Lonsar. Today, I would like to take you through my capstone project, which is the phase 2 of the system design. So today, this is a task given to us by our lecturer, Mr. Kano, and then this is the institution, University of Lonsar. To start with, we have the use case diagram because we are going to deal with 5 different system design diagram, okay, which are, we have the use case diagram, we have the data flow diagram, we have the class diagram, we have the sequence diagram, and then we have the ER diagram, which is the entity relationship diagram. So to take you through these diagram details, here the first one, I have the use case diagram. The use case diagram, it gives detail or describe the functional requirements of the system, identifying interaction between the actors and the system. So let me take you through this one. Here we have 3 actors. We are going to have 3 actors into the system. We are going to have students, lecturers, and admin. So if I may take you through the interaction between the actors and the system, the students have the right to log into the system, view results, and make requests for transcripts, whereas the lecturer have the right to what? To log into the system and then what? Upload results. And then the admin have the right to what? To manage students, manage course, and then approve results, and then generate transcripts. And even then, the admin also can also what? View reports, and then the admin can what? Add students to the system, input students details, and then what? Managing the course by what? Adding course or make updates to courses. Like if you go to another semester, if first semester you are doing like pre-calculus or physics, then when you go to second semester now, it changes. So the admin is there to what? To make updates doing the courses. Like if you want to change course, like going to second semester, you know that you have to change the courses that you are doing. So if you are going to second semester, like you'll be doing now statistics and other modules, okay. So why this system is designed? The system is designed for what? For the real work experience, whereas every actor is going to have a responsibility or is going to have the role in a system, a role in a system. So whereas, as I was saying, that the students will have the right to log into the system and then view results and then make requests for transcripts, and then the lecturer will what? Log into the system, upload the results, and then the admin will manage students and manage courses, and then approve results, and then what? Generate transcripts. Okay, so we are going straight away towards the separation ensure. The separation will ensure that there will be a tight security, whereas a student cannot have the right to upload results, because if a student have the right to upload the results, there may come a case wherein like the student will try to change his or her grade. So there will be a security that the students will not have a right to upload any results. And then another security, tight security again, I'm going to integrate to the system is that everyone is going to have an authentic login credential. Whereas if a student have his or her own login credential, he cannot enter into the lecturer portal because the students do not have any credential about any login credential about a lecturer platform. Okay, so but you can see number 2 here, we have the class diagram. But before going to the class diagram, I may like to take you through the use case diagram. So here is a use case diagram, and in the use case diagram, we can see we have here three actors. We have the lecturer, we have the actual administrator, we have what? The student. Okay, so now each I'm going to assign them to how they are going to interact with the system. So first here we have what? Manage students and staff, and then we have upload or edit results data, and then we have login and authentication. Then we have manage courses setup, process and verify transcripts. We have view dashboard analytic. Then we have view results and grade. Then we have request transcripts. Each of these is a role based, whereas I'm coming to assign each actor to the system, how they are going to interact with the system. As you can see here, for the lecturer, I've already done for the lecturer that the lecturer will have the right to what? To upload or what? Edit results data, and also what? The lecturer have the right to what? Log in to the system. Okay, so and for the administrator, you can see that the administrator have the right to what? To log into the system, and then the administrator also can manage courses setup, and then process and verify transcripts. And also the administrator can manage students and staff. So I'm going to assign now this, the administrator, to manage students and staff. And also the administrator again can process and verify transcripts. So let's assign that one also. And then the administrator also can what? View results and grades. And then and as for the students, the students can make requests for transcript, assign here, and then the students also can view results and grades. And then the students again, as usual, can what? Can log into the system. Can log into the system. So this is it. So as I told you earlier that the detail of the use case diagram is to what? It's describe how the actors and the system interact. So now the lecturer can interact with the system by logging to the system and also was upload or edit results. Whilst the administrator can interact with the system by managing students, log into the system, manage courses, and then process and verify transcripts and view dashboard analytic. So this is it. So now we'll go straight away to the class diagram. As you can see, we are done with the use case diagram. So now going to the class diagram. The class diagram shows the structure of the system, including classes, attributes, the method, and the relationship. But we'll come and see how that works. Okay, as we know, the use case diagram, it shows the interaction between the actors and the system. For the class diagram, it shows the structure of the system, including what? The classes, the attributes, the method, and the relationships. Okay, so now the main classes here, we have the student. A student is a class here. A course is a class here. A result is a class here. Transcript is a class. Lecturer is a class. Admin is a class. So now let's see how it is structured into the system. So why these classes? These classes we are choosing because they represent what? The core components of the university system, which is the university transcript system, the URMS. So students, central entity. Students is a central entity. Everything revolves around what? The student. So whether it's been courses, the results, the transcripts, and the lecturer inputting academic data, then admin controlling the system, is all about what? The student. Okay, so why this relationship? Students to result is a what? One to many relationship. The relationship of student to result is a one to many, because one student can get many results. Like in different courses, you can get different grades. Like you can have 90% in mathematics, and then you can get 80% in English. You can get 80% in what? In social study or other modules. Okay, so this is it. So a student's relationship with the system is a one to many relationship. Okay, then the course relationship also is a one to many, because a one course can be assigned to many students, so it's a one towards many relationship. Then the student to transcript is a one-to-one relationship, because each student has one official transcript, whereas if you have the transcript for first semester and second semester, you only have to the relationship there is one-to-one, because a student to one transcript. Then a lecturer to course is a one to many, because one lecturer can teach multiple courses. Then the relationship ensures that no data duplication, because we are going to avoid inconsistency into the system. Then before going to the sequence diagram, I would like to show you the class diagram here. Let's go to the dual IO. And then this page 2, we are going to rename it as class diagram. Instead of page 2, we are going to rename it as class diagram. So we rename it class diagram. So this is the class diagram here. This page 5 is the class diagram. So as you can see it here, we have a department, we have users, we have students, we have courses, we have results, and then we have what? The transcripts. So for here, department, courses, enroll, we can enroll students, and student profile is this, which is students can have student ID, username, password, then the role or activity. Then for the courses here, we have a course code. We are going to have the course title and then the credit hour. Okay, then the course is going to cover what? The results. So the results here, we have results ID and then student ID, course code. Then we are going to have total score and grade later. And for the transcript, we are going to have the reference code, then the student's ID, and then the processing status. So this is the class diagram. Okay, so we move straight away to the other diagram, the sequence diagram. So the sequence diagram here shows how the system behaves over time for a specific process. Like if a student is requesting for a transcript, how that process takes place. The sequence diagram is going to show you how the system behaves. Like if a student make a request for a transcript, how the process is going to take place, like from the students making the request to the database there, and then coming back to the student generating the transcript. So here for the flow scenario, students requesting for students, as I've just said. Okay, for the flow, students send a request to system. As you can see, the students will send the request to the system, and then the system queries the database, and then the database will return what the results, and then the system will calculate the GPA, and system will send what the transcript to the student. So as I've told you that how the sequential action take place. So the sequence diagram shows you how the system behaves like that. Students making a request straight away to the database, and then the database will return the request of the student. Then also what it will calculate the GPA and then send the transcripts to what to the student. So why this is designed? The system is designed to what for a real process of waiting of what generating a transcript. The system must first retrieve data before processing. GPA calculation must happen inside the system logic, and then the database is separated to show data storage versus processing. So this improves what clarity of system operation, understanding of back-end processes, and then what step-by-step logic. So this is it. So go to the diagram, so the sequence diagram. Let's see how it behaves. Just now I've shown you the class diagram, the user, the course, the lecturers, the student, the administrator, the transcript result, and then what the results. So these are all what the classes, and then we have the method here and the attributes. Okay, so now we'll go straight away towards the sequence diagram. This is the sequence diagram. This is how it look like. Okay, so for the sequence diagram here, the sequence diagram, as I was explaining, here is the student. So the student would submit transcript request to the web portal, and then the query, the student's record valid, and then return what complete academic profile. So the moment the student send a request, it will take the request what straight away to the database, the system database, and then the system database will analyze it and then what calculates the GPA, and then what send again the response to what to the students. Here is its display number, and then view pending transcript, fetching request queue, and then return request list, and then approve the request, and then upload the request to approve. Then here, when it's returned the response to the students will have the right to download the PDF file. So here is the sequence diagram. It shows you the clear example layout of how you can do it. So now we'll go straight away to the ER diagram. The ER diagram, it simply means entity relationship diagram, which is the ER diagram. It's a model. It shows how data is stored in the database. The ER diagram shows how data is stored in the database, like how this system, or the data, how they are related. It shows the relationship on how they are related. Like we have some entities here. We have students, we have course, we have the transcripts, the results, and then we have the lecturers. So there, we also have the key, some keys there that we are going to deal with, which is the primary key, and the foreign key. The primary key is a unique identifier, like will identify you. Like in a university, you can see that they will give you an ID number, which is you have that ID number is going to be a unique identifier of you, that no one in the university is going to have that similar number with you. So you personally, you are going to have that unique number that no one is having in the university. So yeah, we also have what a foreign key. The foreign key is links primary key to another table. So links between the tables, that it calls what a foreign key. So why these entities? These entities we are choosing because they represent their database table, they match the system functional requirements, and then they ensure all data need for transcript is captured. Okay, so why this relationship? The students to results and course is resolved many to many, just as I was saying for the class diagram. So here also it shows the relationship between the data, how they are interconnected or how they are connected. So the design is going to ensure data integrity, no redundancy into the system, and then it's going to ensure efficient query. So let's go to the the ER diagram. Let's see. So this is the ER diagram. It's just like the use case diagram, but the class diagram, but it's different from the class diagram. So here also we have what department, we have the user, we have courses, we have students, we have results, then we have transcript request. So this is the ER diagram. The ER diagram, departments offer courses, then departments enroll what? Students. Students can enroll in what? In any department of their choice. And then over here you can see that user profile link, that the student will have the right to have ID number, we have the right to have username, password hash, role into the system, and then the student should be active. So the students here will achieve results, and then the course will cover what? The results, because if you do not offer any course, you are not going to be assigned any grade or any, there will be no assignment of what? Results to you. So the course cover what? The results. Whereas the students initiate what? The transcript by what? Making requests for transcript. So the moment the students make requests for a transcript, make sure that the system will make sure for that student to what? To get the transcript. So we have dealt with the use case diagram, we have dealt with the sequence diagram, we have dealt with the class diagram, and also the ER diagram. So now we'll go to the last diagram, which is the data flow diagram. For the data flow diagram, show how data moves through the system. It shows how the data moves through the system. Okay, and then for the data flow diagram, there are levels. We have the level 0, and then we have the level 1. But first, we are going to talk about the content of what? The level 0. The level 0 shows the system as a single process. Okay, it shows the system as a single process, and then external entity. The external entity here, we have students, lecturers, and then was the admin. And then while level 0, Level 0 give a high level overview, easy to understand system boundaries, and also show who interacts with the system. So level 1, the process there is manage students, manage courses, process results, and then what generates transcripts. Then the data store, we have student database, and then we have course database, and then we have results database, because each of these classes, they are going to have what details that they will have, like the students have to have ID, username, a password, and the rest. So why the level 1? The level 1 break the system into smaller processes, show how data moves internally. So for the level 0, it shows as the system as a single entity, while the level 1, it's what it breaks the system into smaller processes, show how it also show how what the data moves internally. Okay, so here is a comparison between the level 0 and the level 1. So here we have features, we have level 0, and then we have level 1. So the feature for the details, the level 0 are very high level, whilst for the level 1 it has more detail. Then for the focus, system as a whole, the level 0 is a system as a whole, and then the level 1 is an internal processes. Complexity, level 0 is simple, and then the level 1 is more complex. For purpose, the level 0 has overview, and then the level 1 has what implementation understanding. Okay, so in short, the level 0 is the bigger picture, whilst the level 1 is how it works inside. Okay, so this is it. We have the URM diagram. Okay, it shows we have dealt with all of these ones together. So in conclusion, each diagram plays different role in the UML, helps me understand system behavior and structure. The EI diagram helps us to design the database, and the DFD, which is the data flow diagram, show how data flows, and then together they give a complete and a well-structured system. So now let's go to the data flow diagram. This is the data flow diagram. The data flow diagram, here we have the students, the lecturer, and the administrator. So if we can see the connection here, you can see that a student can log in to the system, authenticate, and to the security. So now the student has a right to log in. Then the student again, transcript detail, can make what transcript at what, and make verification of a transcript. And after then, approve variable PDF will go back towards the student. So for the lecturer will log into the system the same way as the student, and then what access token towards the primary database. Okay. Then the administrator here also have the right to log into the system, and then what do record approval in the database, and also give you pending transcripts. Like if a student has already made a request into the system, the administrator will be there to give you the pending request of the student, and then make sure he or she approve the request of the student, and then verified it, and then send it to the student. So this is it. Thank you all for listening. So come again, these are the 5 diagrams. These are the 5 system design diagrams that we have in the UML. So thank you all, and thank you, Mr. Kano, for giving us the privilege for us to go out there and explore ourselves. So this is what we have done, and we pray for you that you continue to help us grow more and more in all that we are doing. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for listening. Goodbye.